accidentally bumped.
Oh, I was gonna say, we don't need all this, we got enough of us.
No, we have one of the mayor's office.
Sure.
Yeah, right,
I think there's 2 or 3 around the building.
right, okay, all right.
I think Susan has
I can
one.
read it. Did you already?
Yeah,
I told them Brett's gonna be here. He can arrest him back out here. He's been arrested here all day.
Yeah, what about it? You seem to be rough. Yeah, it was just a.
All right. All right. Listen, you first person.
Sure, appreciate it, Father Lord, we thank you for once again serving this great community. We speak a blessing over this great city. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Okay. How about a roll call?
Councilmember Deeds,
Here.
Councilmember Bolden,
Here.
Councilmember Sansing,
Here.
Councilmember Ray,
Here.
Councilmember Mashburn. Here. Councilmember Trailer,
Here.
Councilmember Twitty. Here. Councilmember Smith. Councilmember Collins,
Here.
Mr. Mayor.
I'm here. Okay. All right, you have the presentation of the minutes of September 17th meeting for you. We have approval or correction of the minutes of the special council meeting on August 13th. Know anything about the minutes?
Move they be accepted.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. All right, also have the minutes of the August 20th regular meeting. Do you hear anything with those minutes?
Move they be accepted.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? All right. We have the regular monthly report from the only thing on consent agenda is last month's fire report, or anything on the consent agenda.
Move the approval of the consent agenda in its entirety.
Second.
Okay, got a motion, second, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Nay. All right, since we didn't have we're not gonna have a committee report because we didn't meet. All right, next up is our resolution. I'd entertain a motion to read resolution 801.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. All right, Jay,
Resolution,
come forward and explain why we're doing
Yep.
this. State your name.
Jay, who?
Jay Whisker, I'm a project engineer for McClellan Consulting Engineers out of Little Rock.
Your mic on?
Thank you for having me today. Appreciate y'all.
Cameron's behind you.
All right, thank you for having me today. The resolution is for a grant that was put before Metro Plan, which was due yesterday at 4 o'clock. I turned it in early. They took a look at it. Yeah, much earlier. They took a look at it. They had some recommendations. It's based on points. And so the point values go up if you add bike lanes, bus stops, those kind of things. So we added a bike lane to it on the outside. The thing that this will do, if you ever decide to widen West Main Street 4 lanes, you'll have 5 foot of pavement already there. You'll not have to pay for it. So this is actually adding roadway width at a later date. So the resolution in front of you, I believe, is the corrected resolution.
Yes.
With the numbers. And so what this is, this was a project that was looked at back in 2008, about 12 years ago.
Yes.
And it's straightening out West Main Street so that people stop missing the right-hand curve and ended up in the guy's yard to the right.
Or don't hit a tree down there at the other curve.
Yes.
Like happened last week.
A guy in front of me 3 weeks ago, as I was filling this application out, spun out in front of me on the way home. I thought, wow, that's good, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what this is about. This is about straightening that out. It's about attaching the sidewalk that's there at the church and attaching it all the way over to the sidewalk at Western Hills. So you have a sidewalk all the way there. And then that road will be straight, and then that road also has a flooding spot there just east of Fair Oaks. We'll raise up this area so that way you don't have to encounter that. So West Main Street will be out of the floodplain, will be straight and attached, and
Y'all can see this is an 80-20 match from Metro Plan using their federal funds for improvement. So we're hoping it's works well.
that's
Right.
correct.
Okay.
Any questions on this?
So this is to apply for the grant.
Yes.
Yes, this is applying for the grant, and right now they'll have to do, I mean, it's listed out with totals of points. So hopefully we score enough points to be put on the list.
And it's right there at Western Hills going straight over the
I
railroad.
know where it is.
Okay, now you go that way. You know that road. So, yeah, we turned in 2 projects. They called, said this one looked like the most doable. And the other one was to raise West Main, get rid of the 1-lane bridge, raise the middle of Nina, so there would be flooding out that area. We'll work on that and try to make it more acceptable next time. So, any other questions?
Jay, do you have any idea how long a project like this would take?
Just
When-
off the
when
top
will
of my
they
head,
notify us? That's what I'm, when is that?
well, it's a point system, so I would think it's an easy tally. They have so much money, they tally up too much. And then when the Metro Plan board meet, that's always when they make the decision. The board makes the ultimate decision, so they'll probably know in 2 months. A project like this to be built, 6 months, depending on weather.
And it's really not going to interfere with any current traffic flows until we connect to the 2 roads.
That's right. I mean, this being out in the field, it's a lot easier to do the construction when you don't have to handle traffic, so.
True.
But once again, it's kind of in a hole, so it can't be wet. So,
Okay, any other questions? I'd entertain a motion to,
I need to read
oh,
the,
yeah, I'm
the
sorry.
resolution, Bob. You jumped the gun on me. Resolution 801, a resolution expressing the willingness of the city of Jacksonville, Arkansas to utilize federal aid funds for the following city of Jacksonville projects.
I see your name.
We're going now.
Can you hear me now?
You want somebody to read it for?
Yeah, you want to read it for? Can you read it, Susan?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Resolution number 801,
That's
12-2020. A resolution expressing the willingness of the city of Jacksonville, Arkansas to utilize federal and funds for the following city of Jacksonville project.
Okay. All right, I'd entertain a motion to approve and adopt resolution 1801.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion is there. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. All right, so we got that one. The next one's ordinance 1640. And 16, I was going to explain it, but I guess I'd entertain a motion to put ordinance 1640 on the first reading.
So moved.
Second.
All right, go to roll call.
Councilmember Deets.
Aye.
Councilmember Bolden.
Aye.
Councilmember Sansing.
Aye.
Councilmember Ray.
Aye.
Councilmember Mashburn.
Aye.
Councilmember Trailer.
Aye.
Councilmember Twitty.
Aye.
Councilmember Smith. She on
I don't think so.
there? Okay. Councilmember Collins.
Aye. Okay.
Bob, can you
Stephanie,
hear me
you with
now?
us?
I'm here. I don't think you guys have the volume on.
Okay. Susan, would you read this one real quick?
Yes, sir. Ordinance number 1640, number 14, 2020, an ordinance adopted pursuant to Act 681 of 2019, approving the application Blade and Barrel Incorporated for a microbrewery restaurant private club permit to be located at 140 John Hardin Drive, Suite 18, Jacksonville, Pulaski County, Arkansas.
Okay, so back when Blade and Barrel first started, we had a different ABC director and a different ABC attorney. So now these new ones say they need this wording in this ordinance to allow them to have their permit to start brewing. and they meet before our next council meeting. So I told them we'd go ahead and meet this time and try to get that approved for them, so they can start grilling. And if you haven't been by there, you ought to go by and look. It's a really nice looking facility. They put a lot of work and effort into it. And so, is there any questions on this anybody has? All right, I'd entertain a motion to,
I have one question
Okay.
real quick. Why does it say restaurant?
is there gonna serve lunch?
Are they set up to be a restaurant though? I mean,
Uh-huh.
okay, because the last,
They're gonna serve pizza. That was one of ABC requirements, so
Okay.
the fire marshal and Manny have been working with them to make this happen.
I think back in January when we
Right,
talked about
they
it,
work
what,
with it,
yeah,
yeah.
so they're now gonna have a pizza. Okay, great.
Yeah, so, and they also have worked out a deal with Minuteman, that you can order from Minuteman, Minuteman will bring it to you over there. They hang out together, that group over there, so they're really getting to know each other. It's pretty cool. I'd entertain a motion to approve ordinance 1640 on the first reading and suspend the rules and place on second reading.
Move that it's approved.
Second.
Got a motion, second, any further discussion? All right, call the roll.
Councilmember Dees.
Aye.
Bolden.
Aye.
Sansing.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Mashburn.
Aye.
Trailer.
Aye.
Twitty.
Aye.
Collins.
Aye.
I'd entertain a motion to approve on second reading, put on third and final reading.
So move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Dees.
Aye.
Bolden.
Aye.
Sansing.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Mashburn.
Aye.
Trailer.
Aye.
Twitty.
Aye.
Collins.
Aye.
I'd entertain a motion to approve and adopt ordinance 1640.
Get it done.
So moved.
Hold on a second. Smith is ready.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All right, seeing none, roll call.
Councilmember Dees.
Aye.
Bolden.
Aye.
Sansing.
Aye.
Ray.
Aye.
Mashburn.
Aye.
Trailer.
Aye.
Twitty.
Aye.
Collins.
Aye.
Because it's really
Can anybody,
changing. the
can
way
anybody
we have.
hear me?
So we don't need emergency clause. Okay, y'all, all of y'all have this little thing, and it's one of these things that, I'm just doing this to notify you. The person that's doing the purchasing, Trish, came by, and, they're buying a little strip of land down John Harden, and they're gonna use our vacant lot that the city owns for a staging area, not staging, but store, I don't know, right, I want to do something with it. They're paying us this money. And I'm really doing this as a notification to y'all. I think you should be aware if somebody says, see, just give that away. I think y'all should be aware that, yeah, RDOT paid us a fair market value for it. And whatever. So I'd like a motion to let me sign this.
I make a motion that we let the mayor sign.
Second.
Okay, motion second, any further discussion? And most of the land over there is owned by the hospital board. We got one lot right next to the dialysis place right up there by Chocolate Smoothie. So that's where we're talking about. All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. All right, it carried. Now that we do have some unfinished business, Barbara, last time you had a motion, and when you said, well, I guess that makes a viewpoint, I took this, if you're withdrawing it, I'm asking you officially withdrawing your motion.
I'm officially rescinding my motion,
Okay, thank you very much.
but I'd also like to make another motion for a vote of no confidence against Councilmember Smith, citing corruption in a public office by abuse of public trust, the use of deception to attempt to influence the public.
Okay,
Thank you.
here's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Robert, can I have the wording of what you said, just so I make sure I get it right? Also, I need whoever seconded her motion last week to rescind it.
Okay, Elizabeth,
That would have been me. I rescind the first.
okay, you rescind your second,
I rescind it, yes.
okay,
Okay, and she made a new motion and that was seconded by,
carried. Okay,
okay,
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
What are we lying about?
Huh?
What are we, I could not hear.
Okay, a motion for a vote of no confidence in Councilmember Smith.
Could I ask,
Mr. Mayor, I move we have a roll call vote.
well, I want to know why. I didn't hear why, Barbara.
you want me to restate the motion?
Yeah, because I didn't hear why.
A motion for a vote of no confidence against Councilmember Smith citing corruption in public office by abuse of public trust, use of deception to attempt to influence public.
Can you explain that? Because I don't understand what you're saying.
And you have to look at it. We have been letting her slide on so many things, and I let her slide. But it's come to the point that it's been negative. And I know that this is negative to the city and it's wrong. And that we need to stop it. She's influencing, she's using her council seat to influence the public and some of the council members. I know this, I've seen it firsthand.
But I still don't know what you're talking about when you say she influences the council to do what? Or the public to do what? I mean, you're gonna have to explain it. Well, I mean, if I'm gonna have to vote, I need to know what I'm voting on. I'm sorry.
Okay, what's the first thing she did when she got up here, Mary? She sued to get her wig off, okay? The next thing she did, what's the next thing she did? You know, she dragged you into a public meeting.
No, she didn't drag me into that.
She
I
had your
was-
name in it.
No, I was there for the fireworks meeting. Nobody put my name in that. My accusers put me in that, which found out later that that was wrong and they apologized. So no, she didn't put my name in that because I was here for a meeting
Well,
with my
I do
husband.
have the vote of no confidence.
And the same for me, I'd like to state publicly, I was not invited to that meeting. I got pushed into it.
She tried to get a person, Lance Delaney, on the council for the same thing that she had Herwig. She sued Herwig for. And she knew that he had a record, but yet she.
How do we know she knew it? Did you talk to her?
She's the one that got him. I talked to Lance Delaney.
But did Tara know that he had a record is what I'm asking.
I have no idea if she knew or
But
not.
you just said she knew he had a record. Did she know it? Did
Well,
you
Lance
ask her?
said she did.
Lance said she did?
Yes, she did.
I just was wondering.
I'm sorry you're having such a hard time with this, but
Well, no,
It
if
speaks
you're
for
asking me to
itself.
make a
It
vote
speaks
on something,
volumes.
and I need to know what I'm voting on. I don't want to just pass a vote or nay or yay on something if I don't understand what you're saying.
no confidence.
So, you're saying that she knew about Lance's,
I'm saying that
record.
she is determined to cause mayhem up here on this council. If you've not seen that, then I don't know what I can tell you. I could sit here and go through one page after the other. But if you can't see with your own eyes, then there's nothing I'm gonna do to convince you of that.
I mean, there's been a lot going on up here. It isn't just one person. It's been a lot. And so, but anyway, thank you for explaining that. I was just wondering.
Anybody else?
Stephanie said the volume's not on, so she's not able to talk. So she's able to hear it. So I guess a roll call. Any further discussion?
Yeah.
Okay,
So, is there not another agency that if she is doing something wrong, will take care of that?
I don't know. You know, Miss Lee, you'd have to talk to them. I don't think she's broken any laws.
May I speak?
Yes.
This is just.
Microphone.
Terry, I need you at the mic.
Okay.
Thank you. Whichever one you want.
This is just a council censure. Do you believe she's working in the best interest of the city or not? Based on the evidence I've seen and a possible upcoming lawsuit that she's involved herself in.
What is
You
that?
know,
We don't want to talk about that. We can't talk about that.
okay, we can't talk about that, but she's been involved in that too, so.
Once again, this goes back to the last meeting we had, where I still do not feel that it's our role.
Mike, I'm sorry. I
You
need you.
need your
That's
microphone.
mine.
You want to bring the mic to you?
We're getting cordless mics, so that
We need
We need
cordless
to
mics.
we're ordering.
You can stop right there at the end and just pull those mics over.
I done forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think so.
Just like last meeting we had, when we were going to vote on, I guess, asking her to resign. I still don't think it's our job to be the one who is going to try to do that to someone. We're all up here, we're all different individuals. And if I don't agree with someone, that's my right. If someone doesn't like the way I do something, that's their right, but it's still my right to do what I'm going to do. Now, there are rules for having people removed from council, and it's not the city council that does it. And that's why I do not feel like we should be voting on this.
I know.
You know, like I said last time, the proper procedure is to have a roll call petition and a roll call vote. And that's how you remove any of y'all, me, the governor. Yes, Mike.
Okay, since fairly the newest one, as he would say, the junior member. I mean, I feel like that, at this point with everything that's been going on, I feel like we need to, get this city moving in a positive way and going forward. And everything that I do, I know not everyone's gonna like, but I'm not gonna censor them, I'm not gonna be against them, you know, and every time we do this, you know, it brings a negative aspect to us, the city council, that we can't get along, and it brings a negative aspect to Jacksonville and our city. I look up and I respect every one of y'all out here. Les, Bar, everyone that's up here, you're chosen by the citizens of Jacksonville. And I think we need to do what we need to do and all get along, and we need to move forward. I know, I read a whole bunch of things, but for me to vote on that, you know, I know Terry, I know everybody. But I've read things about everybody, but just because I read them, it doesn't mean that it's the truth. I heard a lot of things that go on, and I'll be honest with you. I just think that everybody here is grown up, and everybody ought to be able to move forward, and we ought to do what's better for the city. And we're going to argue and worry about this all the time. We're never going to get things done. And like I said, I do respect every one of you. I know y'all been here a long time. And I've been in Jacksonville a long time, and I love this city. That's why I'm up here. And I've been trying to be positive for Jacksonville since 1970. And I think we need to move forward. And, you know, we're seeing a lot of good things in Jacksonville. A lot of people are coming back to Jacksonville that had left, you know, from cities all around us, which to me is a very positive role. We got new schools. And I'm just begging everybody that let's put all the swords and, you know, all of our guns behind us, and let's all move forward, and let's all try to get along. If you don't like what's going on, you know, voice your opinion, but let's all see if we can't get back together and get along, please.
We got a motion on the table.
Well, I'm gonna say this when we have to motion. Let me tell you something. One thing that you learn in serving the community and serving on boards.
Steph's mic is not working.
My mic's not working?
No, Steph's mic's not working, and he said that there's a motion on the floor, and we need to clarify, are you calling for a question to the motion?
Just making a comment.
Okay, no question to the motion.
Okay, go ahead, Bishop.
And so what's very important that we understand, we are the board of directors for the city of Jacksonville. And anytime you serve with somebody, as I've said before, I don't have to like you, but I've got to work with you. So please, I'm begging, like James Brown said, please, 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 let this go. Let's move on. Until the next election time comes for us, people decide. And if they choose again, whatever. But we've got to move on, because if we keep bringing this thing up, I'm getting phone calls out from Little Rock and other states to my house by then.
Okay, any other discussion? Okay, roll call.
Councilmember Deeds,
What am I voting on?
the motion,
To censor Tara.
well, it's what Barbara,
You vote aye
no one can tell you how to vote.
or nay.
Let me restart the motion.
We normally do it by voice vote. We're gonna do a roll call. Reedy asked for it to be a roll call.
The motion is for a vote of no confidence against Councilmember Smith, citing corruption in public office by abuse of public trust, use of deception to attempt to influence public.
So, an I vote means you want to censor her, and no vote means you don't. censor her.
It's a vote of no confidence.
State vote is what?
All right, the vote of no confidence.
What does the state vote mean?
Huh?
State.
No,
What is what?
There,
a state vote is no.
I need an aye, a nay, or you may abstain.
Okay, Mike, roll call.
Councilmember Deeds.
Nay.
Councilmember Baldwin.
Abstain.
Councilmember Sansing.
Aye.
Councilmember Ray.
Nay.
Councilmember Mashburn.
Aye.
Councilmember Trailer.
Nay.
Councilmember Twitty. Councilmember Collins.
Aye.
Okay, I have 5-3 it failed,
I have 4-3.
4-3. Okay. Never mind.
Make a motion to adjourn.
You got no more?
Any other business, any announcements? We got the cornbread thing coming up at the senior center.
Yes.
I got some tickets.
Need
Get
two
your
tickets.
tickets.
Need a couple tickets.
All right. Oh, we're adjourned.